How are we doing, everyone? Andre Pillow, PGA Professional and founder of DNA Golf Instruction. Want to continue talking about the putting stroke and give you a little help on how to be consistent. One thing I like to talk about, and we talk about this a lot, is our alignment and kind of creating a path to keep our blade on. Some people will tell you that they like those shoulders. Obviously, the shoulders are main drivers of our putting stroke, but some people like to putt with a little bit of an arc to their stroke. I think mentally I like to think about my putter working straight back and straight through. Now, when we talk about your equipment, depending on the type of putting stroke you like, you may want to look at getting more of a mallet head putter that might have a higher MOI, be a little more stable throughout the putting stroke, or look at a putter like the one I'm holding here, a traditional blade putter, or I think of the number 9 putter with Phil Mickelson. I know Phil Mickelson thinks about rotating, a little bit more inside the line and around. The biggest thing I care about with our stroke, once again, I think more straight back and straight through, but at impact forward, I think that's the crucial part for being consistent with your putting stroke, okay? So we're just gonna hit a couple putts here, and I'll let you guys kind of identify my putting stroke. I haven't played much golf, so it may not be the greatest right now, but I'm gonna put that line right in the center of the golf ball, take my stance, and I'm thinking about rocking those shoulders back and through, and keeping my head down until the ball goes to the hole, okay? Once again, I found that if I can keep my head down through impact and accelerate through the hitting area, then I tend to get a pretty good result. This is a very, very small stroke, but if we go into it too soft, or if we stop at impact, we will not be able to get that thing off to the proper roll, and even more so if it's a big breaker, we'll never really have the ability to make a putt like that, okay? So you have to be confident. We're controlling our distance, similar to when we chip, by how far back the putter blade goes. We're gonna follow through the same distance, if not a little bit more, just to ensure that we're following through. But that's how we're controlling our distance. At impact, we still should be accelerating through the middle of that golf ball, all right? So let's go ahead, one more. Club behind the ball. You may also notice that the club isn't up this way, and the heel isn't up. I do recommend looking at getting your putter fitted. If you see something like that, we want the bottom of that blade to be flat. And give me a good follow through. Oh, I missed one. Oh. So, gives you a little bit of help, just give you an idea of what to think about. I think either way, even if you are more of an arc putter, I like to put rails down and see if you can keep that putter blade at least in that frame. If you're a straight back, straight putter type person, a lot of times I'll put a string up and two tees or something like that, or maybe even do a chalk line and have you practice staying straight back and straight through on that line. It won't happen every time, and I don't think, like I said, with the rotating elements in our body, it's very difficult to kind of imagine that blade going back and through. But where we are over the golf ball, I think it's something that in my mind makes sense, and that's a big starting point. What can you do and how do you feel over your putt? And I tell people all the time that I think, if you can make a 10-foot putt consistently and keep it on line, then you're doing something right. And I think you can stick with some of your thoughts in relation to how you're putting. But there is a lot of individual nature to how we putt, not just straight back, straight through, or arc, but there's guys that hold it in all types of weird ways, even the long putters that can't be anchored anymore, but people like Adam Scott are still using them. But you have to spend time out here. You have to figure out what works for you and what doesn't work for you out here. And if you spend that time out here, I think it will translate to better scores when you play. We lose a lot of strokes out here. If we're shooting 72 even par, even the books and the scorecard will tell you that 36 of those are supposed to be putts. So half of your score is going to be your putts, right? So if we can get that down to where we're making less than 2 putts around, not 3 putting and not 4 putting, think about how easy this game becomes, or at least how your score looks at the end. It sucks to hit a great shot into the green and then 3 putt for a bogey, all right? So spend some time and effort out here. I like to come out here with my daughters. They're running around here right now, and we'll play putting games just to keep them engaged and make it fun and lighthearted. I recommend you do the same. You can make games up by yourself, but with what we're talking about here, whatever you're going to do, that's how you're going to do it on the course. You're not going to change in the course. If in your mind you're thinking straight back and straight through on your putts when you practice, that's what I want you thinking when you play. If you are thinking more about the putt arcing a little bit in and around, then I think you need to keep that in the back of your head as well, and in referencing if you're doing a good job or not. But just a little help with Andre and DNA golf instruction. Look for more videos. We're going to talk a little bit about distance control and answer the question of what's more important with putting, distance or aim. Okay? Thanks for watching and have a great day.